Now I am.
Okay.
So, who are you?
I'm OniGiriDango because it meshes two of my favorite animes, Fruits Basket and Clonad, and actually it also meshes Legend of the Legendary Heroes because Ferris is Dango crazy.
Okay, what roles do you play?
I don't know. I play Tohru, Momiji, and Ritsu's mom. Those are the four main ones. I play, apparently, which I forgot until right now, Work Lady A. I'm pretty sure, I play the president of the Fan Yuki Club. I play the president of the Yuki Fan Club. I play her mother. That's about it, and I do a bunch of random shit too, so... Yeah, I'm all over the place.
How were you introduced to anime?
Ooh, I actually just read a paper about this. I was introduced to anime, probably very similar to a lot of people. I began watching it, on, WB11 Saturday morning cartoons, kind of like Pokemon, Digimon, that kind of thing. And then, as I got older, I wanted to stay up later, so I'd watch Inuyasha or other things on, Toonami and whatever it was before Toonami. And then, when I was a junior in high school, or becoming a junior in high school, I was staying in Williamsburg for vacation, and I had my own room with a TV, hallelujah. And every morning at 1 and 1:30, an episode of Inuyasha would be on, so I'd watch that, and then, and then I got back home, and I watched 2 episodes of Inuyasha every day, and then I'd watch Rurouni Kenshin, and then I'd watch Sailor Moon, and then I'd watch, the cycle just kept going, and then I had a friend who was like, hey, this would be a good show for you, so I watched Ouran High School Host Club, and then I watched Fruits Basket, and that's about where then I watched Bleach, and that's about where my line of knowing my animes ends, because it just got all jumbled. So yeah, that was very long, I'm sorry.
It's okay. What is your opinion on Fruits Basket?
I love Fruits Basket. I watched the anime first. I was in love with it. I remember it was one of my first, like I said, and I ate it up, and then I found the manga in our library, and I just remember one day actually I came out with a stack about that big of Fruits Basket manga, and I ran into I don't want to say his name. Remind me of your
Games Elite? The Games Elite?
The Games Elite, and I don't know anyone's screen name, except for the ones I made up. I ran into Games Elite outside the library, and he's like, that is such a good series. I was like, I know! So I read it all, and I actually just finished the 26th volume. Hooray for me. So, love it. One of my favorites.
What is your favorite parts or lines?
The favorite parts that I had while I was doing it was stuff that I got to make up off the top of my head. Because that was just fun, because, like, the lines were there, and I just, like, was reading them, because, like, some of them I hadn't read beforehand, so I'm just reading them, and then, like, there was this one part, it's actually in, what was it, the 2nd or 3rd episode, and, like, Anthony says something, and it's my line, and I have popcorn in my mouth, and I just sit down, and I just say something, and he's like, we're keeping that, and, like, that was just, those were my favorite lines. I can't remember a lot of what they were, but, and then there's always the, like, that was kind of fun, and then... What else? Oh my god, favorite parts. Favorite part? My favorite part, okay. Like I said, I am Tohru, I am Momiji, I am the hot springs woman. And my favorite part was, there's that one episode, and I'm sitting there, and I'm saying something, they're like, Jen, you have... Fine, whatever. And they're like, okay, so I'm just sitting there, and they're like, you have to, you have to say that other line. I was like, is that me? And they're like, yeah. So I'd go back and forth between, and then, Tohru's hot! And then, like, please excuse me and crush me under your tires! Like, I'd go through, like, all that bipolarness, and it was so much fun. So, and, yeah.
What were your reference lines?
I had no reference line for, Hot Springs Woman, because that was just kind of going in there and being me at my hyperest 3 o'clock in the morning. I want to go to, like, Sheets extravaganza. Momiji, they just said, sound like you. I had a lot of trouble with Momiji because I kept using my Tohru voice. But I just remember, like, the 2nd or 3rd time we were recording, I was having trouble getting into, like, Tohru, and the only line I could remember, only line on the top of my head was, I'm so glad no one ever dies. And, like, that's just what I've been saying for the past, like, 2 weeks to get myself into Tohru mode. So...
What are your opinions on the characters?
I've loved Tohru since forever, because she kind of reminds me of me, actually. I'm very spacey, I'm very, like, very optimistic, so, like, I've loved Tohru, especially when she doesn't know what the hell is going on. Momiji's always been one of my favorites, because he's just adorable, and, like, I know the Momiji song. I knew it in 2 languages, and then, spoiler alert, I translated it into German, since Momiji in the manga is German, so I'm gonna get to sing that, hopefully. And then, Ritsu's mom always amused me. I never really paid much attention to her until, like, we're casting, and I was like, I want to be the crazy lady. So, those are my 3 main characters that I remember. I mean, every other character was very different and very, like, I remember reading the script and being like, I think that random character should sound like this, and then they'd be like, then do it. So I did.
So were you dragged into this, or did you volunteer?
I wouldn't say dragged, actually. We were at the game's birthday party, and he goes, I have a proposition for you and Erica, and I'm gonna... Shit! Okay, and he was like, he knows how to edit this. And he was, okay. How I was dragged into this. I was at the game's birthday party, and so he comes up to me, he's like, I have a proposition for you, but I'm gonna wait until until more people get here. And I was like, okay. And then I was like, no, you're going to tell me right now, because I know when Doug Games has a proposition, I'm either going to be very, very excited for it, I'm going to duck out with some crappy, excuse. And so he goes, I want to do Fruits Basket Abridged. And I said yes, probably a million times, probably at the top of my lungs, probably in a very squeaky voice. That was the first thing we told my best friend when she got there. I was like, hi, I miss you, it's so good to see you, we're doing Fruits Basket Abridged. It wasn't even like, do you want to do Fruits Basket Abridged? We cast it that night, we were out, it was done. I went home, and I made up my Tohru voice, and I practiced doing the not the screaming, the random... This is what I do when I'm the resort lady. I go like this to get myself all worked up. So yeah, it was fun. Dragged into it.
So how do you approach voice acting?
It was something I'd never thought of before. Like, I thought, like, oh yeah, this would be fun to be a voice actor, you get to go to, conventions and stuff, and then, like, we were doing it, and like I said, I went home that night, and I was like, I have to get a voice for Tohru, so, like, I approached it at kind of, like, oh, I love Laura Bailey, by the way, like, I don't want to take anything away from Laura Bailey, but I had to come up with my own Tohru voice. Like, I didn't even listen to her when I was doing this, and I knew she had to be spacey, and I knew she had to be, kind of out there, but also kind of girly and, like, kind of very cute. So I came up with her voice, and that's how I did it. Like I said, for the spa lady, I was just like, I have to be hyper, I have to be out there, I have to scream at the top of my lungs, and that's what I did. And then for Momiji, they just told me to be me. And that was hard, because I wanted to come up with a German accent for Momiji, but I was really struggling, so I just kind of threw in some German words in there since I'm a German major at college, so yeah.
What is your favorite memory working on this project?
Like I said, talking to myself. Talking to myself was a lot of fun. The overall thing was fun, though, because we got to go to, like, Erica's house. Oh!
Lynn's dragonflies.
Lynn, thank you! Okay, someone has to tell me these things before I say, okay, what was my favorite part? Okay, my favorite part was definitely, like I said before, talking to myself, because that was a lot of fun. I had fun being hyper and being out there and, like, kind of, like, rallying up the troops and getting them to... I don't know what he's doing. And getting them to kind of, be hyper like me. My other favorite part was the cast had a New Year's Eve party, and we got to make rice balls. And that was one of my favorite memories, because we were all together. We still had to work on it, because God knows we're procrastinators. But we got to have fun, make rice balls, eat rice balls,
You're welcome.
Have a good... Thank you! Thank you! We had some trouble with the rice balls. So yeah, next question.
Okay, what is your favorite anime and why?
Okay, let me think. I've had a while to think about this, and I really don't, I always say that I don't have a singular favorite anime. I kind of group them into, genres. Like, I can't put Fruits Basket up against, like, Full Metal Panic, but they're both one of my favorites. I can't. If I had to pick one, right now I'd say Digimon, because that's what I'm watching right now, and I absolutely love it. But, Fushigi Yugi is also very dear to me. What else? Oh, yeah. I can't believe I forgot about this. Legend of the Legendary Heroes is very good. Don't let the name fool you. Very, very good. Those are on my top right now. I mean, I also love Ranma, Vampire Knight, Clannad and Clannad After Story. Very good. Very, very good. Bring tissues.
What is your least favorite anime?
Okay, thank you. My least favorite anime, I don't know, when I see an anime I don't like, I just put it away. Oh, I know what my least favorite anime is. I know what it is. Bo-bo-bo-bo-bo-bo-bo. My least favorite anime ever. My boyfriend had a friend in high school who liked it and kept telling him it was so good, but no, I can't watch it. Like, I used to be, like, hypnotized by it when I was younger, and it was on TV. I used to be, like, hypnotized, like, what the is going on? That used to be me, and then I just turned it off and be like, this is the worst crap I've ever seen. Oh my god, my ribbon's coming out. No, it's not. But yeah, definitely.
If you could voice any anime character, who would it be?
See, I'm trying to think of ones that haven't been voiced already, because I love all the voice actresses that have done all of my favorite characters. Like, Nikisa, I would love to be, but, you know, already voiced. I can't really think. Ferris Eris, yes, definitely. Ferris Eris from Legend of the Legendary Heroes is amazing. She's strong, but she's weak. She's hyper, but she's content. It's weird. You have to watch it, but she's amazing. I love her to death. She's one of my favorite characters I've ever, you know, felt kind of a connection to, even though we're nothing alike. I love her so much.
What do you want to say to the fans of the series?
Stick with it. There's a lot of funny stuff. I know some of it's kind of off-putting sometimes. I know some of us couldn't get through some of our lines sometimes. Although half my lines were so, you know. It's a great series. I cracked up just reading some of the scripts that I actually did get to read. So just stick with it. I know we've been getting some weird comments, but we really worked hard on it. It's worth watching. So please watch us. It's fun. Was that 13?
Yeah, that's 13.
Okay.
Okay, was it?
That's
Sorry
13
I talked
minutes,
so
too.
much.
No, it's
I'm
fine.
sorry I screwed up so much.
No, it's fine.
No.